Sri Gurubhyo Namaga. Welcome to online class. See, previously we saw in part 1 about the description about our Casuarina tree poem written by Toru Dutt, and first part we saw that how strong the tree was, and the description about the tree we have been seen. The second part we will be doing today, and you can listen the class. Toru Dutt from 1856 to 1877 was a Bengali poet from the Indian subcontinent who wrote in English and French. The Dutt family was a family of distinguished intellectuals and poets. Toru, with all her exposure to the involvement in Western life. So, yesterday we, in the previous part we saw that Toru Dutt was a Bengali poet and she was a French writer, and she settled down in France, and she wrote so many poems, and one among us our Casuarina. And Casuarina tree, we saw the first part. It is an explanation about the tree, like a huge python winding round and round. The huge tree was there, and the climbers were just rounding and rounding like that, and that was explained as a simile with python. You know, in a tree, a python was like a climbers it was, and the climber was compared to the python, and in climbers there were so many flaws, and the description had been given as a scruff, and so you were learned those things. Today we will see the second stanza. So, our Casuarina tree was published in 1881. Toru Dutt in the poem Our Casuarina Tree recollects her happy childhood days. She is reminded of her friends. She recollects the days during which she used to look out through the casement, see the creeper, python Jane crimson scarf wearing, Casuarina tree, statue like a baboon, the young monkey, pranks. The poet pictured in her mind their bending cows, the coquillas hailing the Almighty, the shadow of the tree on the broad tank, the water lilies just in the pond. The poet is reminded of the great games played along with her friends in and around the Casuarina tree. Some of her past great friends are dead and gone. She is bereaved of her fond persons and things. The women poet travelled and stayed in France, Italy and other places. The Casuarina tree strung its relationship with the poet through its fellow friend, trees of those bands. Like Wordsworth's yew tree, Casuarina tree is a symbol that unifies the past and the present of the poet. First two stanza is a description about the tree, and that description, when she saw the Casuarina tree when she is young in India, and she was playing with her brother and sister and with their friends, and that had been recollected in the past had been recollected in the present when she was staying in France. So, the second stanza also description about the tree Casuarina. So, we will see what the tree is. When first my casement is wide open, through at dawn my eyes delighted on its rest. Sometimes and most in winter, on its crest, a grey baboon sits statue-like alone, watching the sunrise, while on lower boughs his puny offsprings leap about and play, and far and near coquillas hail the day, and to their pastures bend our sleepy cows, and in the shadows on the broad tank cast by that odd tree, so beautiful and vast, the water lilies spring like a snow enambushed. When first my casement, what do you mean by casement? Casement is a window. Casement means window. So, when first my casement, when morning, when the poet wakes up, when she opens her window, she sees through the Casuarina tree. Morning she will be just, you know that you will be having a custom when you are getting up in the morning, you will be seeing somebody's face, you will be feeling that it is a good omen. The same way Casuarina tree was a good omen for her. Immediately when she wakes up, she will be opening the window. When she opens the window, when first my casement is wide open through at dawn, so that means in the morning, my eyes delighted on it rest. So first of all, when the window is open, the casement is open, she used to see the Casuarina tree. And that Casuarina tree is very big and so many things are there, and she is explaining what all the things were there. Sometimes and most in winter, sometimes mostly she will see through the window sometimes, and mostly in winters, on its crust, on the tree's crust, tree's top, at the tree top, at the head of the tree, she used to find the dewdrops and the snow things fall on it. A grey baboon sits statue-like alone. What is this baboon? So baboon means a monkey. Baboon means monkey. A grey baboon sits statue-like alone. So on the tree top, on the top of the tree, the crest, snows will be there, and at the branches of the tree, there will be a monkey sitting. Baboon means monkey. Monkey will be sits alone and watching the sunrise. It will be sitting and watching the sunrise. The monkey, the baboon will be watching the sunrise while on lower boughs. So on the top boughs, a monkey alone will be sitting, a baboon alone will be sitting, and down the statue, down the monkey, it will be sitting like a statue and watching the sunrise. Down lower part of the bough, bough means branches. Branches, and watching the sunrise, while a lower boughs means lower part of the tree, lower branch of the tree. What will be sitting there? His spunny offsprings. Offsprings means baboons, younger ones, the children of the baboon. The punny offsprings leap about and play. How it will be? It will be leaping out and play. And far and near, kokilas air the day. So here you are watching the sunrise while on the lower boughs, on the higher branches, a grey baboon will be sitting, and it will be like a statue, sit and watch the sunrise. In the lower branch of it, its offsprings will be, offsprings means its younger ones will be playing, offsprings, younger ones. Leap about and play. And far and near, kokilas. Kokilas means birds, singing birds. Ail the day, it will be just making a sound, it will be singing all through the days. And to their pastures wend, or see down the tree there will be a pasture, there will be grass grown, and that will be grazing by the cows. Cows will be a sleepy cows on the grassy thing, the sleepy cows will be just lying and it will be taking rest. And in the shadow on the broad tank cast, on the broadcast, and in the shadow on the broad tank, there will be a lilies, water lilies will be there in the tank, under down a pond will be there, and there will be lilies, powerful lilies will be there. By the tree so beautiful and vast, the water lilies spring like a snow en masse, and to their pasture wend or sleepy cows. So on the pasture there will be a cows, and it will be feeling sleepy, and it will be sleeping in the morning. And in the shadow on the broad tank cast, by the old tree so beautiful and vast, the water lilies spring like a snow en masse. So down the tree there was a pond, and the pond lily flowers were there, and it will be bloomed, and it will be a beautiful scenery. So when the poetess, when she was just standing in the room and opens her window, she feels all this natural scenery around the tree, and first two stanza describes about the tree. So when the first my casement is wide open thrown, at drawn my eyes delighted on its rest. Sometime most in the winter on its crust, a grey baboon sits statue-like alone, watching the sunrise, while on lower boughs his spunny offsprings leap about and play, and far and near kokilas hail the day, and To their pasture went our sleepy cows, and in the shadow on the broad tank cast, there was a tank cast was there. Underneath it was the chillness was there. So pasture was there. So the cows were sleeping in that. By that oro tree. So oro tree means the tree was there, on the top of it, it was having snow. So beautiful and vast, it was so attractive to the poetess, and she enjoys the nature. The water lilies spring like snow enmassed. So the water lilies also were there in the ponds like a snow enmassed. So this is the thing which is explained in the line. A baboon was sitting on the top and just observing the sunrise, and down you see their younger ones were just playing and enjoying. This scenery was attractive when the poetess sees through the casement. And you know that bird kokila, so it is a bird kokila, and it makes the sound. That sound you heard, and that will be heard all through day and night. Men will be sleeping, taking rest, but this bird will be singing songs for them, and they will be enjoying. So you know that this sound will be heard, and they will be hearing all through the days and nights, but human beings will be sleeping. Okay, so alliterations in this poem is: a grey baboon sits statue like alone. So like alone it was sitting, so it is as and as is alliteration. The water lily springs like snow enmassed. So the water lilies were just like a enmassed. It was compared to the snow. Imagery. So you know what is imagery? Imagery is a figure of speech. When you saw figure of speech, you will be hearing something, you will get imagination of it. For example, when first my casement is wide open means, you just imagine when somebody is saying it is wide open means you will be getting an imagination, the window is wide open. At dawn my eyes delighted on its rest. At dawn means you will be imagining a sun is just rising. Watching the sunrise means you will be getting the figure of sunrise. Where lower bough means you will be getting many boughs, branches. And his spunny offsprings means small young ones were just sitting. So all these, or cockylas means a bird, you will be getting an imagination of it. Pasture means green grasses, you will be getting as an imagination. So these all called as imageries. So meaning casement, a type of window that is fixed on one side and opens like a door. Baboon, a type of large monkey found in Africa and Asia. Kokila is a type of bird similar to the cuckoo. Wind means stroll, move. Horn means white frost deposit on the tree, enmassed. See, you learned 2 stanzas, children. We will go for the next stanza in the next part. Until then, thank you.